Well, hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. All right, I'm trying not to talk so loud. I've turned my volume down with this microphone when I'm listening to it. I don't know about y'all, but anyway, you see I've got all the chickens locked up. They've actually been locked up for 2.5 days, and there's a reason for it. I was up at the house the other day, and I don't have my tripod. I'm toting the phone. So I was up at the house working on the off-grid the other day and rewiring the outdoor panel and stuff. And man, the chickens went to raising sand. So I finished what I was doing, which, I didn't just run down here. Sparky wasn't barking like it was a threat to him, But within a minute or two, I got down here. And I caught a hawk leaving the ground right over here and flew back into the trees. Well, I don't normally shoot them, but I'm going to tell you what, they're attacking my chickens. I'll take one out. I don't care what kind it is. But I checked all the hens, not a mark. Sue there had a little sore on his leg that was bleeding on the lower part of his leg. So, best I could determine, Sue was fighting off that hawk. And that may be why he's had, sore legs or whatever a couple of times. And that's the first time I've ever caught it. But usually, if I feel there's a threat close by, I'll lock them up for a few days. And that threat will get tired of waiting on them to get to where they can get to them. And they'll go on and find somewhere else to feed. And I'm hoping that's what happened. I walked back there with my little 22. If I could have found him, I'd have took him out. But, of course, they fly faster than I can run and all that. But so I'm pretty sure that's what was wrong with his leg. His leg is much better today. I don't know how well y'all can see. Let me see if I zoomed in on it. See how it's got some sores on that side? Looks like he was fighting off that hawk attack. None of the hens have a scratch. Not a feather missing, nothing. So that's a good thing for Sue. And it just made me go, okay, I didn't get the predator, so I need to lock the chickens and the turkeys up for a few days. And I let them go to roost on their own because it was later in the afternoon, like it is now. And I let them go on the roost where they wanted to roost. Well, 3 blue Orpingtons and the male turkey roosted in this first pen. And I told y'all, he likes to roost on this one. I think it's because it's further out from the wall and he's so big. But either way, so I locked them in there. And then all the other blue Orpingtons, which is 3 more, and the 7 Wyandottes and Junior and the 2 female turkeys came to this middle pen. So I locked them in here. And that brown turkey hen is still trying to set. Every day I come out here, I get eggs. She has to get up. But I got 6 eggs from this side today. And then I got 2 eggs from this side. Yesterday, I got 6 or 7 from this side and 3 from this side. So the blue Orpingtons are laying really well. So at this time, which is about time because it's been a while since they laid good. But anywho, I decided I'd lock them up for their protection for a few days. And hopefully that hawk will find somewhere else to go get him a free meal. But something I wanted to show y'all, I'm going to zoom in. Look at the ground. All those little dirt mounds popped up all over the ground. And it's in both runs. It's over on that side, if y'all can see through the fence. And it's just everywhere out here. So I've been over and knocked some dirt back to see what it is. Y'all, that's grass coming through. So they have not dug up the roots. They've been locked up. We had a bunch of rain. It was muddy, a muddy mess. And but the grass is coming back through this. So that's just another reason for me to leave them locked up for a few more days. See, back here where it washes really hard and where the logs were, Nothing like that on the ground. Just a few spots here and there, but it's pretty much smooth where it just got washed away. But out here, the entire run area looks like that, where grass is popping through. And if I come in close enough, trying to see where I'm looking here, see the little grass coming through? That stuff's about a 1/4 inch, y'all. It's tiny. So all this will be green grass in just a few days if I leave them locked up. And I need to deter that hawk from hanging around. I've heard a hoot owl every now and then, but this was definitely a hawk. You know, as long as they don't bother my livestock, I don't bother them. But that hawk was definitely down here trying to get him a free chicken dinner. And Sue fought him off. And as soon as I came around, I came through the play area there for the grandkids. As soon as I came around the corner of the building there, it took off and flew, and I watched it. Nothing I could do at that point. I was wearing my sidearm, but, you know, look, I'm a pretty good shot, but you're not doing that with a pistol. It just ain't happening. If it landed within 50 yards, probably. But anyway, they could use a break. The ground could use the break for the grass to come up through. And actually, there's some on this side that's even taller than this run that I'm in. But I think I'm gonna give them a few days off since we've had so much rain, and let this ground recover just a little bit. I'm keeping their feeders full, as y'all can see. It took 1 bucket of feed, and I didn't put any out yesterday. So 1 bucket of feed to fill this feeder and the middle feeder. And I didn't put any in this last one because there's only tom, turkey, and 3 hens, and it's, you know, it's 3/4 of the way still full. So, and the waters are fine. Now this back water is acting up. It's overflowing just a tiny bit. I'll deal with that when it warms up a little bit and I'm home. But for right now, it's fine. We've got this other cool snap coming in behind all these storms. I think it's supposed to be down to 35 again tonight. I don't like it when it's cold, y'all. I about froze to death this morning working. But I just thought that was cool. You know, 2 days directly after a rain in this run area that looks like it's all dirt with very little grass left is coming back quick. If I could leave them locked up for 2 weeks, this grass would definitely pop up and do well. I'm not going to leave them locked up that much. But I might split them in half. I've done that before. I may take the blue Orpingtons and put in one side, the Wyandottes in the other side, and, you know, leave Junior with one side or the other. And I'm not going to put him in with the boy turkey. The boy turkey likes to be over here, so I leave him in with the Wyandottes. But, you know, because they do go at each other a little bit every now and then. But that way I could let one pen out, you know, today for a few hours, and then the next day I'd let the other pen out for a few hours once they go to roost. I've done that in the past a year or so ago, and that kind of gives the yard a little bit of a break. It's not so many on here with all the pressure just, you know, eating everything that comes. But I might just walk over here and show y'all something else too. You know, my chicken's been telling me it's going to be an early spring, and then a day or two after I did that video was Groundhog Day, and they say the groundhog didn't see a shadow, so it's going to be an early spring. And I don't know if I believe that mess. I was just talking on my video. But let me pull that old leaf off of there. But y'all look. Whoop. Focus. Focus. There we go. Starting to sprout. But what I was noticing the other day out here is look at the blueberry bushes. You know, I pruned all the trees and bushes last winter, beginning of winter. And look at that. It's loaded with new little blooms all over it. Both bushes are that way. I don't know how well you can see it. And I'm going to come over closer to this second one. Look at that. It's loaded with new blooms. So I hope I have a good blueberry year. I wish I'd have got some of those cuttings that I had to have, you know, survived so I could plant more. I used to have 8 of them here, and 8 blueberry bushes that do as good as these 2 would be fantastic. I'd probably get a gallon of blueberries off of it. But anywho, I just wanted to show y'all the grass will come back if I keep the chickens off of it. Over here on the Rhode Island Red side, Sioux side, it's got a lot more grass because they haven't been on this, you know, constantly for a year and a half. So it probably won't need as long a break as this side where these other 2 pens are. But anyway, I'm excited. The blueberry bushes are telling me that spring's coming, and I hope to goodness we don't get a hard freeze like we did last year after the fig trees, you know, bloomed and the blueberry bush, everything else, and it all freezes and falls off. You know, I'd like to get a decent year since all the trees have been pruned. I'm hoping I get a good harvest of pears this year. It would be nice to get some peaches and some apples, but I just don't know. But I'm so far south, apples are extremely hard to grow down here because you've got to have so many hours of, you know, below freezing temps for them to do their thing, you know, and produce every year. And last year I had a few blooms on this one oldest tree, but I didn't get any apples. So I just don't know. It'd be nice. I mean, I'm never going to have a bunch of them, but I've got 4 apple trees total and never gotten an apple. So anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all watching and subscribing to the channel. Hit the thumbs up if you like the content I produce. I greatly do appreciate that. And for those of you that have not watched it, I know that my off-grid power series is a little bit long on each video, but that's just part of it. I'm sorry, but I'm asking for some help on this part 3. To anybody that's got some knowledge on off-grid inverters and such, you know, watch the video if you don't mind, and let me know if there's something that I'm doing wrong or that I can do different to, you know, to help out with my well being off grid. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. Remember what I always tell you: Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe and be prepared.